Okay, well, thank you so much for being here. I'm Izolda Trakhtenberg, as Karen said, and we're presenting scenes from Harold Pinter's Old Times. The play takes place in the living room of a converted farmhouse near the sea in the evening in the autumn. I see the play produced on a stage like the St. James Theater or the New Horizons. And since this play is a play about the ephemeral nature of memory, I envision the set that is moonlit and watery to evoke that. And it looks like this. On this set, we have a divan, a couch, a chair, a liquor cabinet full of liquor, and a window that looks out to the sea. For costuming, I envision Deeley uh, wearing kind of a business casual look with a tie and maybe a sport coat. And you can see him here. His wife, Kate, wears a more sophisticated look in a black dress with pearls. And Anna, the third character in the play, is wearing a more delicate, almost ethereal dress that is part of the sort of watery blue color of the set. The actors are Jaqui Shiel as Kate, Mark Cosby as Deeley, and Lori Kee as Anna.
Can't you remember what you felt?
It is a very long time.
But you remember her. She remembers you. Why would she be coming here tonight?
I suppose because she remembers me.
Did you think of her as your best friend?
She was my only friend.
Your best and only.
My one and only. I mean, if you only have one of something, you can't say it's the best of anything.
Because you have nothing to compare it with.
Hmm.
She was incomparable.
I'm sure she wasn't.
Oh, I never knew you had so few friends.
I had none. None at all, except for her.
Why her?
I don't know. She was the thief. She used to steal things.
Who from?
Me.
What things?
Bits and pieces. Underwear.
Will you remind her?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, is that what attracted you to her?
What?
Well, the fact that she was a thief.
No.
Are you looking forward to seeing her?
No.
I am. I shall be very interested
In what?
in you. I'll be watching you
Me? Why?
to see if she's the same person.
And you think you'll find it out through me?
Definitely.
Well, I hardly remember her. I've almost totally forgotten her.
Any idea what she drinks?
None.
She could be a vegetarian.
Ask her.
It's too late. You cooked your casserole. Why? Why isn't she married? I mean, why isn't she bringing her husband?
Ask her.
And do I have to ask her everything?
You want me to ask all your questions for you?
No, not at all.
Of course she's married.
How do you know?
Everyone's married.
Then why isn't she bringing her husband?
Isn't she?
Or did she mention a husband in her letter?
No.
What do you think he'd be like? I mean, what sort of man would she have married? After all, she was your best, your only friend. You must have some idea. What kind of man would he be?
I have no idea.
Oh, haven't you any curiosity?
Well, you forget. I know her.
You haven't seen her in 20 years.
And you've never seen her. There's a difference.
At least the casserole is big enough for four.
Well, you said she's a vegetarian.
Did she have many friends?
Oh, normal amount, I suppose.
Normal? What's normal? You had none.
One.
Is that normal? She, uh, she had quite a lot of friends, did she?
Hundreds.
You met them.
Not all, I think, but after all, we did live together. We were visitors from time to time. I met them.
Her visitors.
What?
Her visitors. Her friends. You had no friends.
Her friends, yes.
Them. What, you lived together?
Hmm?
You lived together?
Of course.
I didn't know that.
Didn't you?
Oh, you didn't tell me that. Thought you just knew each other.
We did.
But in fact, you lived with each other.
Of course we did. I mean, how else would she steal my underwear from me? In the street?
I knew you'd shared with someone at one time. I didn't know it was her.
Of course it was.
Anyway, none of this matters.
Queuing all night. The rain. Do you remember? The Albert Hall, Covent Garden. We eat. Look back half the night. Do things we loved. We were young then, of course. But what stamina. And to work in the morning and to a concert or the opera or the ballet that night. You haven't forgotten. And riding on top the bus down Kensington High Street. And the bus conductors. And then dashing for the matches for the gas fire. And then I suppose scrambled eggs. Did we? course, both giggling and chattering, both cuddling to the heat, then bed, sleeping. And all the hustle and bustle in the morning, rushing again for the bus for work. Lunchtime in Green Park, exchanging all our news with our very own sandwiches. Innocent girls, innocent secretaries. Ah, and then the night to come, and goodness knows what excitement in store. Sheer expectation of it all, the looking forwardness of it all. And so poor, but to be poor and a girl and young in London then. And the cafes we found, almost private ones, weren't they? Where artists and writers and sometimes actors collected, and others with dancers. We sat, hardly breathing with our coffee, heads bent, so as not to disturb, so as not to distract. Listen and listened to all those words, all those cafes, all those people, creative undoubtedly. Does it still exist? I wonder, do you know? Can you tell me?
We rarely get to London.
Mm. Mm. Yes, I remember.
Do you drink brandy?
I would love some brandy. Listen, what silence! Is it always a silent?
It's quite silent here, yes. Normally. You can hear the sea sometimes if you listen very carefully.
How wise you were to choose this part of the world, and how sensible and courageous of you both to stay permanently in such a silence.
Well, my work takes me away quite often, of course. But Kate stays here.
No one who lived here would want to go far. I would not want to go far. I would be afraid of going far, lest when I returned, the house would be gone.
Lest.
What?
Oh, the word lest. Haven't heard it for a long time.
I mean, sometimes I walk to the sea. And there aren't many people. Oh, it's a long beach.
But I would miss London, nevertheless. Of course, I was a girl in London. We were girls together.
I wish I had known you both then.
Do you?
Yes.
You have a wonderful casserole.
What?
I mean, wife. So sorry. A wonderful wife.
Ah,
I was referring to the casserole. I was referring to your wife's cooking.
you're not a vegetarian then.
No, no, no.
Yes, you need good food in the country. Substantial food to keep you going. All the air, you know?
Yes, I quite like those kinds of things, doing it.
What kinds of things?
Oh, you know, that sort of thing.
Do you mean cooking?
All that thing.
We weren't terribly elaborate in cooking. Didn't have the time. But every so often dished up an incredibly enormous stew and guzzled the lot. And then, more often than not, sat up half the night reading Yeats. Yeah, every so often, more often than not. And the sky is so still. See that tiny ribbon of light? Is that the sea? Is that the horizon?
You live on a very different coast.
Oh, very different. I live on a volcanic island.
I know it.
Oh, do you?
I've been there.
I'm so delighted to be here.
Well, it's good, I know, for Katie to see you. She hasn't many friends.
She has you.
She hasn't made many friends, although there's been every opportunity for her to do so.
Perhaps she has all she wants.
She lacks curiosity.
Perhaps she's happy.
Oh, were you talking about me?
Yes.
She always was a dreamer.
Yeah, she likes taking long walks. All that kind of thing. Yeah. Raincoat on, off down the lane, hands deep in pockets, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I take her face in my hands and look at it.
Really?
Yes, I look at it, holding it in my hands. Then I take my hands away, just leave it floating.
My head is quite fixed. I have it on.
It just floats away.
She always was a dreamer. Sometimes walking in the park, I'd say to her, "You're dreaming. You're dreaming. Wake up. What are you dreaming?" And she'd look around at me, flicking her hair, and she'd look at me as if I were in her dream. One day, she said to me, "I've slept through Friday." "No, you haven't," I said. "What do you mean?" "I've slept right through Friday," she said. "But today is Friday." I said, "It's been Friday all day. Now it's Friday night. You haven't slept through Friday." "Yes, I have," she said. "I slept right through it. Today is Saturday."
You mean she literally didn't know what day it was?
No,
Yes, I did. It was Saturday.
What month are we in?
September.
We're forcing her to think. We must have you around more often. You're a healthy influence. Are you seeing anyone else while you're in England? Relations, cousins, brothers?
No, I know no one except Kate.
Do you find her changed?
Just a little, not very much. You're still shy, aren't you? But when I knew her first, she was so shy. As shy as a fawn. She really was. When people leaned in to speak to her, she would fold away from them so that, though she was still standing within their reach, she was no longer accessible to them. She folded herself from them, and they were no longer able to speak or go through with their touch. I put it down to her upbringing, a parson's daughter, and indeed there was a good deal of Bronte about her.
Was she a parson's daughter?
But if I thought Bronte, I did not think she was Bronte in passion, but only in secrecy, in being so stubbornly private. I remember her first blush.
What? What? What was it? I mean, why was it?
I had borrowed some of her underwear to go to a party. Later that night, I confessed it was naughty of me. She stared at me, nonplussed, perhaps is the word, but I told her that in fact I had been punished for my sins, for a man at the party had spent the whole evening looking up my skirts.
She blushed at that,
Deeply.
looking up your skirt in her underwear. Hmm.
But that night, she insisted from time to time that I borrow her underwear. She had more of it than I, and a far greater range. And each time she proposed this, she would blush. But propose it she did, nevertheless. And when there was anything to tell her, when I got back, anything of interest to tell her, told her.
Did she blush then?
I could never see then. I would come in late and find her reading under the lamp and begin to tell her. But she would say, no, turn off the light. And I would tell her in the dark. She preferred to be told in the dark. But of course, it was never completely dark, but with the light from the gas fire or the light through curtains. And what she didn't know was that, knowing her preference, I would choose a position in the room from which I could see her face, although she could not see mine. She could hear my voice only. And so she listened, and I watched her.
Sounds a perfect marriage.
We were great friends.
You say she was Bronte in secrecy, but not in passion. What was she in passion?
I feel that is your province.
You feel it is my province. Well, you're damn right, it is my province. I'm glad someone is showing a bit of taste at last. Of course, it's my bloody province. I'm her husband. I mean, I'd like to ask a question. Am I alone in beginning to find all this distasteful?
What can you possibly find distasteful? I've flown from Rome to see my oldest friend after 20 years and to meet her husband. What is it that worries you?
What worries me? It's the thought of your husband rumbling about alone in his enormous villa, living hand to mouth on a few hard-boiled eggs and unable to speak a damn word of English.
Interpret when necessary.
Yes, but you're here with us, and he's there, alone, lurching up and down the terrace, waiting for a speedboat. Waiting for a speedboat to spill out beautiful people, at least. Beautiful Mediterranean people. Waiting for all of that. Kind of elegance we know nothing about. A slim-bellied Côte d'Azur thing that we know absolutely nothing about. A lobster and lobster sauce ideology that we know fuck all about. The longest legs in the world, the most phenomenally soft voices. Oh, I can hear them now. I mean, let's put it on the table, okay? I have my eye on a number of pulses all around the globe. Oh, well, why should I waste valuable time listening to two stupid...
Well, if you don't like it, go.
Go! Where can I go?
To China. Or Sicily.
I haven't got a speedboat. I haven't got a white dinner jacket.
China, then.
You know what they'd do to me in China if they found me in a white dinner jacket? They'd bloody well kill me. You know what they're like over there.
You are welcome to come to Sicily at any time. You and be my guest.
Huh.
I would like you to understand that I came here not to disrupt, but to celebrate. To celebrate a very old and treasured friendship. Something that was forged between the two of us long before you knew of our existence. I found her. She grew to know wonderful people through my introduction. I took her to cafes, almost private ones, where artists and writers and sometimes actors collected, and others with dancers. And we sat, hardly breathing with our coffee, listening to the life all around us. All I wanted for her was her happiness. That's all I want for her still.
We met before. Anna and I. Yes! We met in the Wayfarer's Tavern in the corner. She took a fancy to me. Of course, I was slim-hipped in those days. Pretty nifty. Bit squinky, quite honestly. Curly hair. The lot. We had a scene together. And she freaked out. Didn't have any bread. So I bought her a drink. But she looked at me with big eyes, shy. All that bit. She was pretending to be you at the time. Did it pretty well. Wearing your underwear, she was too at the time. Amiably allowed me a gander. True blue generosity. It's admirable in a woman. We went to a party. given by philosophers. Not a bad bunch. Edgware Road gang, nice lot. God, I haven't seen any of them for years. Old friends. Always thinking, spoke their thoughts. Those are the people I miss. They're all dead. Anyway, I've never seen them again. Maida Vale group. Big Eric and little Tony. They live somewhere near Paddington Library. On the way to the party, I brought her into a cafe and bought her a cup of coffee. Beards, faces. She thought she was you. I said little. So little. I don't know, maybe she was you. Maybe it was you having coffee with me, saying little, so little.
What do you think attracted her to you?
I don't know. What?
Well, she found your face very sensitive, vulnerable.
Did she?
She wanted to comfort it the only way a woman can.
Did she?
Oh, yes.
She wanted to comfort my face in the way only a woman can.
Well, she was prepared to extend herself to you.
I beg your pardon.
She fell in love with you.
With me?
You were so unlike the others. We knew men who were brutish, crass.
Oh, there are such men, then? Crass men?
Quite crass.
But I was crass, wasn't I? Looking up her skirt.
That's not crass.
If it was her skirt, if it was her.
Oh, it was my skirt. It was me. I remember you look very well. I remember you well.
But I remember you. I remember you dead. I remember you lying dead. You didn't know I was watching you. I leaned over you. Your face was dirty. You lay dead, your face scrawled with dirt. All kinds of earnest inscriptions, but unblotted, so they'd run all over your face and down to your throat. Your sheets were immaculate. I was glad. I would have been unhappy if your corpse had lain in an unwholesome sheet. It would have been graceless. I mean, as far as I was concerned, as far as my room was concerned, after all, you were lying dead in my room. When you woke, my eyes were above you, staring down at you. You tried to do my little trick. One of my little tricks you'd borrowed, my slow little smile, my slow, shy little smile, my bend of the head, my half closing of the eyes, the one we knew so well. But it didn't work. The grin only split the dirt at the sides of your mouth and stuck. You stuck in your grin. I looked for tears, but I could see none. Your pupils weren't in your eyes. Your bones were breaking through your face, but all was serene. There was no suffering. It had all happened elsewhere. Last rites I did not feel were necessary, or any celebration. I felt the time and season appropriate, and that by dying alone and dirty, you had acted with proper decorum. Oh, it was time for my bath. I had quite a lengthy bath, got out, walked about the room, listening, drew up a chair and sat naked beside you and watched you. When I brought him into the room, your body, of course, had gone. What a relief to have a different body in my room, a male body behaving quite differently, like doing all those things they do, which they think are good, such as sitting with one leg over the arm of an armchair. But we had the choice of two beds, your bed or my bed, to lie in or on, to grind noses together in or on, and he liked your bed and thought he was different in it because he was a man. But one night I said, let me do something, a little thing, a little trick. He lay there in your bed. He looked up at me with great expectation. He was gratified. He thought I'd profited from his teaching. He thought I was going to be sexually forthcoming and I was about to take a long promised initiative. But I dug about in the window box where you and I had planted those pretty pansies, scooped, filled the bowl, and plastered his face with dirt. He was bemused, gasped, resisted with force. He would not let me dirty his face or smudge it. He wouldn't let me. He suggested a wedding instead. And a change of environment. Neither mattered. He asked me once at about that time who had slept in that bed before him. I told him no one. No one at all.